The night it started, Tolu pinned me to our creaky bed, her breath hot on my neck, whispering, "Don't scream, Kemi." Her lips brushed mine, trembling, unsure, and I didn't push her away. We were sisters, 19 and 18, tangled under the same thin sheet in our tiny Lagos flat. The generator growled outside, loud enough to swallow my heartbeat, loud enough to hide what we'd just done. I stared at the flickering bulb above us, its weak light dancing on her face. My little sister, my Tolu, her eyes wild with something I couldn't name. I whispered, "This is wrong," my voice cracking, but my hand slid around her waist, pulling her closer. That night in March 2025, something broke between us. And God help me, I liked it. We lived in Yaba, a sweaty, noisy corner of Lagos where uni students like me and Tolu dodged hawkers and Danfo buses every day. Our flat was small, 2 bedrooms, peeling paint, a kitchen that smelled of palm oil and mama stew. She ran a provision shop down the road, gone till midnight most nights. Papa was a mechanic, always under some car, his hands black with grease. They were devout Pentecostals, prayer meetings, church vigils, leaving us alone in that stuffy room with 1 mattress, 1 fan, 1 life we'd shared since we were kids. I'm Kemi, 19, the quiet one, studying accounting at Unilag. Tolu's 18, a fashion design student, bold, loud, always pushing limits. We'd cook noodles together, scroll TikTok, laugh till we cried. But lately, she'd changed. Her fingers lingered when she braided my hair, her eyes locked on mine too long. One night, Mama and Papa left for a vigil. Tolu locked our door, smirking. "Let's play a game," she said, pulling her scarf off her neck. She blindfolded me, the fabric warm from her skin. Her breath tickled my ear, then her fingers traced my arms, my waist lower. My pulse hammered, scared, alive. I said, "Tolu, stop," but I didn't mean it. Not really. A week later, it wasn't a game anymore. Parents gone again. The flat was ours. No blindfold this time, just us on that creaky bed. Tolu climbed into my lap, peeling my shirt off slow, her lips grazing my collarbone. "You're mine, Kemi," she whispered, her voice rough, certain. Her hands moved like they knew me, soft, then firm, exploring where no sister should. Mine hesitated, then gave in, sliding under her tank top, feeling her shiver. The room smelled of sweat and her hibiscus lotion, thick and sweet. It was slow, electric, her mouth on my neck, my fingers in her hair. After, we lay there, breathless, laughing nervously like we'd stolen something. Lagos buzzed outside, horns, shouts, life. But in here, the air was heavy with us. I said, "We're sisters, Tolu," my voice small. She snapped, "So what?" her eyes daring me to argue. I didn't. I couldn't, because part of me, the part 1 buried under textbooks and church hymns, wanted her to do it again. Then Tolu got reckless. She'd kiss me in the kitchen, her lips quick and hard, leaving marks on my neck I'd hide with my scarf. One night, we were by the sink, her hands under my blouse, when Ani Bose, our nosy neighbor, a church elder, saw us through the window. Her gasp was sharp, loud enough to freeze us mid-breath. She didn't say a word, just disappeared into the dark. Next day, whispers spread at uni girls stared, guys smirked, muttering things I couldn't unhear. Tolu laughed it off, tossing her hair. Let them talk. But my stomach twisted. I saw Mama's Bible, Papa's fists in every shadow. Then it got worse. Papa came home early one evening. We were on the couch, watching a movie, Tolu's hand resting on my thigh, casual but not. He stood in the doorway, oil-stained shirt, eyes like stone. He didn't yell, didn't ask, just turned and walked out. His silence was louder than Lagos traffic, heavier than the heat. I grabbed Tolu's arm that night, whispering, "He knows." She grinned, wild. Good. That night, it all crashed down. Mama stormed in, Bible in hand, screaming, "Abomination! You've brought shame on this house." Papa loomed behind her, fists clenched, his voice low, deadly. Thou shalt not lie with thy kin. You're not my daughters anymore. Tolu shot up, fierce. We love each other. Deal with it. Her words hit like thunder. I was shaking, torn, guilt choking me, but Tolu's fire burning me alive. I grabbed her arm. Let's go, but Papa blocked the door, his shadow swallowing us. You're dead to me, he said, each word a knife. Tolu shoved past him, dragging me into the Lagos night. Streetlights blurred, horns blared, hawkers shouted as we ran, her hand tight in mine, my heart slamming against my ribs. We ended up at a friend's dorm, breathless, clinging to each other on a narrow bunk. Sweat soaked my shirt, tears stung my eyes. I whispered, "What now, Tolu?" She grinned, wild, unbroken. We fight. And that was it. No answers, just us against the world. The night swallowed us whole. We ran into the night, hearts pounding, with nowhere left to hide. Will we survive this? Subscribe now. Don't miss what happens next to me and Tolu. Hit that button, join our fight.